Welcome back to Next Door, everyone. Today, we're stepping into one of the most emotional, soul-shaking, and long-awaited moments in the entire history of Heartland. This is not simply another episode, and it is certainly not just another character return. This is a moment that fans have carried with them for years through tears, rewatches, quiet prayers, and a hope that never truly disappeared. No matter how much time passed in Heartland Season 20, Episode 1. The series delivers something incredibly rare in television storytelling today, an emotional reunion that feels earned, patient, and profoundly human. Ty Borden's return is not treated as a shock twist designed for headlines. It is not rushed, sensationalized, or exaggerated. Instead, it is written as a deeply healing moment, one that unfolds slowly and gently, reminding us why Heartland has always been more than just a show. It is a story about endurance, love that refuses to fade, family that keeps the door open, and a home that never stops waiting. Before we begin this deep emotional breakdown, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Next Door so you never miss our Heartland updates, emotional analysis, and fan-driven storytelling. Now, take a breath, get comfortable, and let's walk together through the unforgettable, heart-altering journey of Ty Borden coming home. From the very first moments of Season 20, Episode 1, Heartland tells us without saying a single word that something is different. The episode opens slowly, deliberately, almost reverently, as if it understands the weight of what it is about to deliver. Morning light spills across Heartland Ranch in soft golden tones, gently brushing the fields, the fences, and the barn with warmth and familiarity. These are not just landscapes. They are memories. These are the same fields where Ty and Amy built their life together, where laughter once echoed freely, where dreams were spoken out loud, and where love was planted so deeply it became part of the land itself. The camera lingers longer than usual, inviting us to sit in the stillness. Ty's old veterinarian truck remains parked beside the barn, worn by time but untouched, like a promise that was never broken. The loft door creaks open in the wind. The tack room holds familiar tools and shapes objects that belong to someone who was never truly gone. Inside the house, the dinner table tells its own story. One chair has remained empty for years, yet it still feels occupied by memory, presence, and longing. Amy moves through her day with quiet purpose, but something about her feels unsettled. She pauses more often. Her eyes drift toward doorways and windows. Her hands linger on familiar surfaces as if grounding herself. She doesn't know why, but her heart feels restless, alert, almost expectant. Heartland refuses to rush toward the reveal. Instead, it allows the audience to feel the pull of something approaching, something inevitable. This episode understands a crucial truth about storytelling. Real emotion doesn't need to shout. It needs time. It needs space. Amy Fleming's emotional journey in this episode is one of the most layered and mature arcs the show has ever written. She is no longer the young woman shattered by sudden loss, but she is also not healed in the simple way people assume time guarantees. Amy has lived with grief quietly, responsibly, and bravely. She raised Lyndy alone. She kept Heartland alive when it would have been easier to walk away. She healed horses whose trauma mirrored her own pain. She showed up every single day, even when her heart was tired, even when hope felt fragile. Throughout the episode, Amy is surrounded by memories she thought she had learned to coexist with. Standing beside Spartan, she remembers Ty's steady hands and calming voice. In the tack room, she finds his old jacket and holds it without realizing she has stopped breathing. She watches Lyndy grow taller, stronger, more confident, and feels the ache of all the moments Ty never got to see. Amy's grief was never loud or dramatic. It settled into her bones, and in this episode, her soul begins to recognize something long before her mind allows it. This isn't hope, not yet. It's instinct. The kind that comes from loving someone so deeply that even time, distance, and loss cannot sever the connection. The reveal of Ty Borden is handled with breathtaking restraint. There is no dramatic music cue, no sudden confrontation. Instead, it arrives in a moment of quiet, undeniable truth. Amy hears Spartan make a soft, unfamiliar sound. She looks up, confused. Something pulls her toward the barn door, though she doesn't yet understand why, and then she sees him. Ty Borden stands there, real, solid, and impossibly alive. He is older now. His face carries the marks of survival, pain, and endurance. But his eyes are the same ones Amy fell in love with all those years ago. Time seems to stop. Amy's breath catches. Her knees weaken. Tears flood her eyes before she can stop them. She doesn't move. She can't. Her heart is struggling to catch up with reality. Ty looks at her as though he has carried this moment inside him for years. When he finally says her name, Amy, his voice breaks. One word holds a decade of grief, longing, love, and regret. Shock collides with relief. Anger meets love. Grief finally brushes against hope. This reunion isn't built on speeches. It's built on everything that was never said. Their silence speaks louder than dialogue ever could. This is Heartland at its finest. When Ty finally speaks, the episode gives fans the answers they have waited years to hear. Ty survived, but survival was only the beginning. His recovery was long, painful, and isolating. Physical injuries healed slowly. Emotional trauma lingered for longer. There were hospitals, setbacks, moments when he didn't know if he would ever be strong enough to come home. He didn't stay away because he didn't care. He stayed away because he was afraid. Afraid of returning broken. Afraid of being a burden. Afraid of reopening wounds he thought had already scarred over. The episode reveals unsent letters, words Ty wrote but never mailed. Confessions meant for Amy. Apologies meant for Lou. Gratitude meant for Jack. Love meant for Lyndy. Those letters reveal something powerful. Ty never left Heartland in his heart. He simply didn't believe he deserved to come back. Lyndy's reaction is pure, innocent, and devastatingly beautiful. She has grown up knowing her father through stories and photographs. Ty was a presence even in absence. When she sees him, she doesn't run. She studies him carefully, comparing him to the men she imagined. Then she asks the question that breaks everyone open. Are you really my dad? Ty drops to his knees, tears filling his eyes. Yes, I'm your dad. Lyndy throws herself into his arms without hesitation. No anger, no fear, only love. Ty holds her like he's holding every lost year all at once. Children understand love in its purest form. She doesn't care where he's been, only that he's here. Lou's reaction is layered, complicated, and deeply human. She was the protector, the one who stepped in when everything fell apart. She watched Amy grieve quietly, helped raise Lyndy, carried responsibility and resentment she never fully expressed. When she sees Ty alive, relief crashes into anger. Gratitude collides with pain. She hugs him tightly, then scolds him through tears. Her voice shakes. Her grip tightens. Lou isn't angry because she stopped loving him. She's angry because she never did. And when forgiveness finally settles in, it does so gently because family has always been worth the risk of heartbreak to her. Jack Bartlett's response is the emotional backbone of the episode. He doesn't demand explanations. He doesn't question the years lost. He simply stands there, eyes heavy with emotion. Well, look at you, he says softly. Ty tries to apologize, but Jack stops him with a hand on his shoulder. You came home. That's what matters. In that moment, a burden Ty carried for years finally lifts. Jack's strength has never been loud, only steady, forgiving, and unconditional. Georgie greets Ty with calm confidence, reminding him that his belief in her never faded. Tim, true to form, hides emotion behind sarcasm, but the crack in his voice reveals the truth. Ty was family. When Ty and Amy finally find themselves alone in the loft, the air feels sacred. This is where their love began and where it now asks to be reborn. Amy asks the question that haunted her heart. Why he didn't come home. Ty finally tells the truth. Amy's response is simple and devastating. She never stopped loving him. Their embrace is slow and fragile, not rushed. Not perfect, just real. The episode closes with a family dinner, quiet and full of meaning. The empty chair is no longer empty. Laughter returns. Something feels whole again. Ty looks around the table, and for the first time in years, he is truly home. As Heartland Season 20, Episode 1 fades to black. One truth remains. This was never just about Ty Borden coming back. It was about love that refused to disappear. Thank you for sharing this emotional journey with me here on Next Door. If this episode touched your heart, like the video, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more Heartland breakdowns and heartfelt storytelling. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay strong, and remember, no matter how long the road, home is always waiting at Heartland Ranch.